The Snowman is a horrifically boring movie that stars a lot of really talented people, Michael Fassbender, J.K. Simmons, and Rebecca Ferguson among those talented people. It's apparently based off of a book which I have not read, and after seeing this movie, I really don't think I want to read the book because the book might make the movie look like even more shit. The Snowman follows Michael Fassbender. Michael Fassbender plays a detective in Oslo, and apparently there are a whole bunch of women that start disappearing. There's a whole bunch of missing persons cases. He teams up with Rebecca Ferguson's character to try to figure out where these women are disappearing to, why they're disappearing, and it's basically a murder mystery. There's a mysterious serial killer out there called the Snowman, or I guess is referred to as the Snowman, and every time one of these women disappears, you see Snowman imagery popping up everywhere, and so that's the thing. I'll say this, you can tell that the actors that are in this movie are talented. You can see their talent shining through just a smidgen sometimes. Granted, that's not a positive because I knew these people were talented going into the movie. Oh, and the movie is decently lit. It's decently well shot. I can't say that the cinematography is too bad here, but like I've said before, you can have a really great HD camera and you can shoot a pile of shit and it will still be a pile of shit. It'll just be in better lighting. Oh my fucking god, how did this happen? How did this happen? How do you take this much talent, this much promise behind the camera, and have it all turn to complete and utter shit? This is like the Golden State Warriors with a prime Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson like they have now. This is like the Golden State Warriors not only not winning a championship, but becoming a fucking lottery team. That's what this movie is. This movie is a lottery team in the NBA. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad! The editing is horrendous. This is some of the worst editing that I have seen in any film this year. Transitioning between scenes is really sloppy. Scenes just abruptly end and begin without any warning. It's so abrupt. There are scenes that are randomly inserted into this film that don't seem to really fit with the narrative and the flow of the story at all. And then there are some scenes where you feel like, okay, there's something missing here. When you watch this whole movie, you just feel like there's a whole movie missing where this movie actually is. It's a good movie. I kind of want to see that movie, but I ain't seeing this shit ever again. There are no characters in this movie. How do you have a murder mystery that has no characters? Who the hell thought that would be a good idea? The main character in this movie is nothing. He's a sponge without water. I feel like you can't really get inside the heads of the characters in this movie. There's no real reason to care about them. There's no real reason to know anything about it. You don't find out anything about Michael Fassbender's character until like, I don't know, 30 minutes into the movie? By that time, I was already nodding off because this thing takes such a long time to get going. I have to reiterate the whole no character thing. I mean, literally, it's like me wiping my ass with my hands. I mean, we have toilet paper for a reason, people. This is why you populate a story with characters, so that there can actually be characters. Characters in this movie are so poorly written that it doesn't matter if their actors are giving a good performance. Their characters are written like shit, so I'm just gonna see shit when I see them on the screen. Not to mention the story is horrifically predictable. Like, they start giving you clues and little hints and stuff like that in the early parts of the film. At a certain point, you're just kind of like, oh, well, you know, you clue these two pieces together. Oh, okay, well, I think I've already figured out how this thing goes. And if you haven't figured out who it is, you at least know what to look for in the person that eventually will be revealed as the Snowman serial killer. In the rest of the movie, they still do these pointless twists and turns and misdirects where they're trying to confuse you. They're like ooh, who done it? I'm like, ooh, who gives a fuck? This is like a magician telling you how they pulled off a magic trick, but then they spend the rest of the time during their magic show trying to, confuse you and like, you have no idea how they pulled that quarter out from behind your ear, do you? Yeah, I do know. You just told me how you did the trick. Why are you still trying to trick me? It's convoluted as hell. I was bored. I almost fell asleep 3 to 4 times during this movie. I swear to God, 3 to 4 times during this movie, I almost fell asleep. This movie gets to the end. The entire ending feels rushed. By the end of it, you look back and you're kind of like, why did I sit through all of that? Oh, and one more FU to this movie before I go. The main character's name in this movie, the main character's name, Harry Hole. His name is Harry Hole. This movie can suck my dick from the back. I don't care. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. Snowman is one of the most disappointing films that I have seen all year. Please don't go out and see it, guys. There's no way that it wasn't going to deserve this rating. Quest for Peace for the Snowman. Piece of shit. Oh my god, I actually had to sit through this thing but it's over. It's done. I can move on. I'm free! Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! I am free from this snowman pile of shit at last! Subscribe to the Superfan Show and just go. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll have more reviews up. Just go. Just get out of here. Peace. Bye.